Hey everyone, Osmium Compressor here, and welcome to another Craft to the Future episode. I really need to finish doing this room, honestly. I've been pretty slack. Okay, I went over to the Nether, and I hooked up the lasso that we got in the previous episode, and I've made it so that it's attached to a point, basically here. So whenever I right-click a chicken with it, it will. You only get one use per ender pearl, which is pretty expensive. Whenever I right click a chicken with it, let's just put it in here and I'll show. It will teleport it to my pen. So went into the Nether and picked up a couple of them that are in there. I picked up a quartz chicken. There's another push it be around platinum chicken. So that's a new one that I think I've just got a platinum. Did I already have one? Oh, that's a steel. So just got a platinum chicken. Yeah, so I picked up the nether quartz chicken, and there was another one that I got. What was the other one? I don't know, I got another bone chicken, but yeah, I don't know. I think the nether quartz one was the main one I caught. There was a bone chicken, but I've now got saltpeter, and so the redstone and iron and a few others, they're working their way through. So we now got nether quartz and ink black and yellow next to each other, and that's to give me black quartz, and I think that's glowstone, those two together. So hopefully we'll get eggs for them soon. Got a few bits and pieces. Oh, soul sand chicken. That was the other one I got. I just keep forgetting to place it down. So yeah, maybe I did put him in. Maybe that's why I have the egg. Let's check. Better check that. Oh no, I did put him in. He's in the corner there. So I don't want that in there. So yeah, soul sand chicken in the corner there. It's got a really weird face on him. It's all squished in there. Not sure why that is, unless it's just because of the bounding block. Maybe. Anyway, we now have a soul sand chicken as well. Cool. Let's see if we've got anything new here from the ones that I've put down. I am gonna need to put some more drawers in eventually. Sand, brown, nickel, orange. No, nothing new in that lot. It's alright. They'll come about. So I picked up the couple of. Up we go. Picked up the stuff that was in here, the quicksilver ingots, and that has now. Let's go back a little bit. That was in here. That's this quest here. It was going to give me a soul sand chicken anyway, but I was in the nether, and I saw one, so I grabbed it. Low density compounds, for material to craft hoverboard. Okay, cool. The next thing it wants is these advanced components. Now these advanced components, this thing here, requires gold, and it requires black iron slates and luminescence. So the black iron slates is black iron ingots, and black iron is black dye, slag, and iron ingots. So slag, I think there's a way of getting this one. Yeah, there's a slag chicken. So that's why I have redstone and iron next to each other. Hopefully that will eventually give me the slag chicken. The other thing we need is a luminescence. So we need glowstone, gunpowder, and redstone. So glowstone from a chicken. See here, nether quartz and yellow. So that's why those guys are next to each other. I'm trying to get it to a point where I do have some glowstone, so it's not a huge issue in that respect, but trying to get to a point where we're a little bit self-sustaining. So these guys together, those guys, iron and redstone, are meant to be giving me the stuffs that I need. See, look, we've got eggs coming out already. It's ridiculous the amount of eggs that pop out of this system. You can go in there. Soul sand, string, iron, sand, nether quartz. black quartz. Got one. Very nice. You can jump in there. So hoping to get a few more items in this system. Dance sulfur. No, okay, cool. Things are coming along. We're getting items. Eventually I'll put another row at the top and another row at the bottom here. Maybe even continue around the wall, but I'll have to worry about water. So I think behind here is actually water. I'll check that outside at some point. But it's working. It's working reasonably well. So it's going to take me a little bit before I can get this black iron, because I don't think I have a lot of ink. I've got 2 ink. I could go and get some squids probably, but at the moment it's probably better to maybe look into something else. Have a look at this, the fast vector plates. So vector, these fast vector plates require dark sugar, which is sugar around wither dust, which we should have wither dust. Not sure if I've got any sugar. Let's just grab some of that. I should be able to put it. What do I get if I pop? Okay, I can't pulverize it. Okay. Thought I could pulverize. It's sawmill? No. Centrifugal separator. Okay. Tenor. I do want to get into mechanism eventually, because we can make some decent biofuel out of pumpkins and things like that. Alright, well I need... Wow, that's nasty. Do I have a press in this? Canola press? No. Really is. Has to be a better way of doing sugar. That's terrible. Actually, additions crusher. I'm gonna get 3 from it. Okay, I think I have one of them. Did I find one of them in one of my buildings? I did. Is it real? Next question. Are you real? Oh, it's real. I found some of those huts, you'll pick up the items and it'll just give you junk basically. They'll explode or they'll disappear, or this guy's real. I'm glad of that. I'm going to process some sugar. I'll throw this in here. We are going to make dark sugar with that stuff. So just need 3 more sugar. There it is. There we go. Dark sugar. So the vector plates. Vector. So this is only going to give us 8. I don't know how many of the vector plates we actually have. We got 12 of these ones. Okay, well there's 8. How do I make the regular ones? It's not that bad. Stone, iron, and slime ball. Guess I'm missing slime. Can you take... Whoops. Can you take this? Yes. Grab some more sugar. Okay. Need that many more. Alright. And then fast ones. Awesome. Fast vector plates, we're going to get an aerial faith plate. No idea what that is. I think it fires you. I think it fires things off into the other direction. So spikes are great for ground defense, but what about those pesky flying creatures? Targets turret both ground and air. So there are more maintenance. Though they are more maintenance than spikes, they can cover a much wider area. Ammo for our turrets are made using the smeltery and some common materials. So it wants me to make a shard cast. So for that, I should just be able to make the shard pattern. Gonna need some cobble. Some of that, thank you. I want to make just shard. Need gold, I guess. Yeah, those two will do. I mean, I could make aluminum bronze or aluminium bronze or however you want to say it. That's either way. You can go there. These things can go away. You can go away. And all of that. I've got the emerald helmet on me because this thing is about to break. So it probably wouldn't hurt to actually just take that off and swap it over. It's not gonna do any bad stuff. You are melting, taking a while. I've had the mob farm running for a little while now. Oh. Really? Take that. Lots of things just got healed. And I've also made an area down here for the impending other half of the quests for the chickens there where it has about animals. So I've just made a nice little area. I don't know if this will... No? Okay, cool. We won't pick that up. That's good. Just need those last couple of bits. Cool. All grass. I made the grass... What is that? Ah, it's a droid of some sort. Got lots of cool stuff too. Getting a fair bit of stuff. Let's grab these loot bags. Got an artifact and a couple legendaries. Some nice materials coming in. These can be turned into gunpowder. These can be turned into something. This can turn into ender pearls. So I'm not sure what this turns into. What's your use? Gunpowder. Interesting. Anyway. And yeah, this can be turned into ender pearls or salamander's eye, apparently. Nebulous frozen core. But yeah, lots of good stuff being dropped. All quite useful. Got a bit of XP in it as well. Can't tell if he's actually just chilling down here. Because I can hear them. Where are you? There. Well, that's interesting. So that is down there. Oh, I can hit him. No. He can stay down there for all I care. Let's check in the legendary loot bag. We got a rope ladder. And a weekend picnic. Interesting. The artifact, a couple of ME interfaces and some more arrows. And the other legendary cobalt item frame. I don't know where that's from. Twist curiosity and a fan. Where are you from? Just, can I melt you down and get some cobalt? Let's make this pattern. Will you? No. I honestly have no idea what you're useful for. I didn't know you could make item frames, so I guess what, I can hang it up on the wall and look at it all nice and pretty. To get cobalt, do you have a recipe? Just cobalt nuggets around obsidian. Totally worthless, in my opinion. Maybe there's a reason for it, but I don't see it. I'm out of clever quest titles. Cool. So that's the shard. We're going to get a gunpowder chicken. We don't need the gunpowder chicken. I was going to put it away in this system, but you know what? It can probably just sit in there. Gold chicken eggs. Let's grab them and plop them in here. Take that out. Very nice. Whoop. Bit of lag. Apologies for the lag. It happens. Alright. Let's take a look. So that's that one. Next one would be to make bullets. There are multiple tiers of turrets, ranging from low maintenance, low damage, to loud one-hitter quitters. The middle ground for great efficiency, moderate maintenance, and high damage is a machine gun turret. Metal shards are combined with gunpowder to create the inexpensive bullets for the machine gun turret. I have a feeling that I have enough from the area that I looted. Some of those dungeons. There was tons of bullets. Tons of bullets in that system. Look, so osmium shards, empty casings, and gunpowder. Empty casing is just copper. So it's fairly inexpensive, but this gives me the ability to just go through that quest and not worry too much about it. 20 biffs and an epic loot bag. What's next? Each automatic turret consists of a turret base, and a turret. Each of these components come in tiers 1 through 5. A turret cannot be placed on the tier of base that is lower than its own tier. So it wants some 4 tier 2 chambers and 8 tier 2 barrels. Chamber tier 2 requires tier 1. Enriched iron for mechanism, so we are going to need to get into mechanism. So I can make these things, that's easy, that's cobble. The tier 1 is cheap. Tier 2 needs enriched iron, so we do need to make ye olde metallurgic infuser. Steel casing, steel and osmium, that's not too bad. Do I have any of them? Before I go nuts. Nope, so let's make one of them. Need metallurgic. I'm going to need a couple of ferni. And a couple of redstone conductance coils. So I actually don't... Do I have what I need for this? What do I need? Yeah, I need the 2 conductance coils and another furnace. So furnace, on the other hand, is, and I've done this before, is compressed. Did I click that? Thank you. Awesome. So got the place, just need the 2 redstone conductance coils, which, as we've seen before, 2 of these guys, and then 2 redstone, 2 copper wires, 2 copper, and 2 plastic. Redstone, copper, and what was the other thing? Plastic. Get really bad when it comes to memorizing everything straight away. Let's get up our little hidden thing here. You two, you can go in there. In here you can have them. In here you can have them. That. Cool. While that's processing, let's look in our epic loot bag. Illuminating curiosity, basic control circuit, and a redstone relay. Come on, how much power do you take? So if I go back to here. This is a quest here, metallurgic infuser. So let's grab that one. Oh, a little bit of lag, just a little. So this is a quest here. We're going to get 5 and we're going to get 15 biffs for this. Probably going to almost auto do that one because we do have some of this stuff floating around, depending on how much it needs. And then it looks like we've got some other forms and bits and pieces along the way. Let's grab that. Oop. One of them, thank God, ever much. One metallurgic infuser. Ba-ding. There we go. Yep, we'll get the 15 biffs. What do you need? 16 enriched alloy. I got 5. Oh, hang on. No. That's okay. Enriched alloy isn't all that expensive to, well, it's not normally that expensive to make. Iron and redstone. Meh. Standard recipe. So how many did we need? 16. Let's... We're running out of places to put stuff where a cable is, power-wise. I kind of really should have done a better job with what I'm doing here. It's pretty terrible, I've got to admit. Pretty terrible edit. Well, I mean, like, that's an out. Oh, metallurgic infuser. I need 16. So your recipe. What are you doing? So I need what? Enough iron and then 1 redstone per. So I need 11 iron. Redstone. Just do it like that. Iron, redstone. That'll take a minute and we'll let that process up. Further to questing, I was out and I saw there was one that needed mana buckets. So I've actually got a drum of 16 mana here. Now that was from a place. So when I jump over to that castle thing here, just down at the bottom of the hill is a mana pool. So I've got a warp point to it now. This is just a pool of mana. There is more around. There's some here, there's some here. Pretty sure that's one. That's one. There's a lot of mana around in pools. A lot in the desert. Seems to be fairly common. I haven't looked too far this direction on the map. I have been a fair way elsewhere. But there's lots of mana pools around, so in terms of collecting mana, we're going to be okay. But we've got this here. I've got a drum of it. So it just called for a bucket. So I picked up the bucket. It completed 2 quests. One is the start of applied energistics. So it requires the bucket. I'm guessing that from whatever reason it uses the mana to do some of the conversions for the stuff. So we're going to get 2 fluics and 2 pure fluics. The next quest, silicon. In order to harness its power, you will need to collect some obscure resources from around the galaxy. You will need Certus quartz and charged Certus quartz from the moon. You also need galena ore from Venus. While you're on Venus, you will notice meteors that you can plunder through. So we're not getting anywhere near this until we go to the moon. So straight away, we need to do up to here before we can hit here. Your Wizard Harry is the other one that come through. We got as with most magic mods, you need a book, find one of light blue color mana pools, scatter across the world, come in handy for more than just wizardry, so take note of their location when you find them. Gather some of the fluid and take it back with you. Very easy, yeah, okay. I'm going to get a portable tank. Once you find a or so up your own mana pool, throw the book into it. It will take a few seconds as particles fly from the pool and book takes shape into a magical codex. So it just wants us to get a book. Book. And bucket of this stuff. Now this stuff isn't real nice. Found. Nah. it's not real nice. Like I'm floating at the moment. So you gotta be careful that you don't float away. Book. So we're getting some noises and some particle effects. Okay. Thank you. Kind of threw me halfway across the room. A Spellforger's Codex. 5 steps to becoming a wizard. This is stuff that I've never touched wizardry, so this will be well and truly something I need to do some reading with. That's still cool. I've got to get some of this stuff away. Go back in here for now. Tank can go away. Wood. This stuff can go away. I'm going to put some of the couple of these buckets away. I don't need to carry so many. That can go away. So yeah. Wizardry Codex. You sound like you're done. There's 16 of them. Let's go back to that one. That was Mechanism. This one here. 2 muffling upgrades. Thanks very much. Next one, it wants the Osmium Compressor. So that's something that is going to take me longer than the 3 minutes remaining in this episode. So I may... We'll have a look. Let's... Osmium... I'm imagining maybe let's not jump the gun, I guess. One of them. Okay, advanced control circuits. I thought I might actually have some. No, I've got the elites. So advanced are 2 of them, and I have 2 buckets that I just put in the system. Oh, hang on. So it didn't take me as long as I thought. Here's one. Here's one that I've prepared. And let's take that down and put you there. We have an Osmium Compressor. Yay! We're going to get 6 slow soon. Thank you. Osmium Compressor is used to compress osmium into the dusts of other materials, creating stronger ingot counterparts. These new ingot types are often used for armors, upgrades, and even in your base defense turrets. Okay, so if we remember from something... Where was it? There was one that required... Oh, it's this thing that requires materials I haven't actually made yet. So like the spike. This one here, the blessed spike, requires this Oz glow glass, which comes from this stuff, which is osmium, refined obsidian, and refined glowstone. So refined obsidian comes from an osmium compressor, which is osmium and refined obsidian dust. That is diamonds and obsidian. So we've got some work to do in terms of materials, but I could probably almost make these blessed spikes. And if I can make enough of them, I can replace the farm down there and get better drops. But for the moment, we are at our wrapping up point. We've got an osmium compressor, we've got a metallurgic infuser. We can do a little bit of questing here, there, and everywhere. We've got some mechanism quests we can continue with. I do want to continue doing this, and this is what I was talking about earlier with animal farms. So we will look at going through and making whatever's required in this quest line as well as eventually getting to the Beam Me Up Scotty and going to the galactic market. Still haven't made this other thing either, the antenna. We'll get there. So we'll get that. We just need that extra antenna, and then we've obviously got some bits and pieces we're gonna have to work our way through. Looks like Neutronium. Has this pack got Avariccia in it? Guessing so. Yes, it does. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please leave those comments down below. Come back next time and I guess we'll start trying, I don't know, I'll work through whatever I can, and eventually we will get to the trade market and potentially get some more of these quests completed. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.